Okay, well, here we are with our last wall in our food storage series. Um, this wall I keep, there's just I built a table to work on. It's out of an old door. Got my grain mill over there, and you can see the cream separator for goat milk. I keep some of my canning supplies on this wall. There's not enough room for all of them. The rest are in the garage. But some of them, that way they're handy. This wall is mostly our, we'll say, first aid wall. Uh, and you need to store up some of those supplies. We've got a good heavy-duty first aid kit. This really isn't, person food storage. But I keep it in here anyhow. I've got, I think there's about 4 years worth of dewormer for my goats right there. So hydrogen peroxide, a whole bunch of rubbing alcohol, toothpaste enough to last for 6 months. There's something you might not have thought of, right? Here's a box of latex gloves and soap. Uh, One of these days I'm going to try an experiment, and maybe we'll do a video and do it together, but there's another video to do, right? You can make homemade soap. We've probably got 20 or 30 bars up there, enough to last 6 months. Got a leg splint up here. There's about 50 N95 rated masks up there in case H1N1 ever returns, huh? The normal, there we go, that's got you in frame. The normal, everyday uh, first aid chemicals and supplies. I've got them broken up into these kind of general categories. We've got skin, that we got some bug bite stuff and insect repellent and calamine lotions in there. And here's a whole tub full of vitamins. And because somebody's going to talk about vitamins in the comments, but they're there. We've got all the vitamin D's and C's and multivitamins. Here's a whole box full of painkillers. I like regular aspirin the most because it's also a good analgesic and reduces swelling in case you get some kind of a minor injury. Let me see if I can get over here. And we've got a stack of all the different, this one's wrist and this one's ankle, and we've got knee and elbow. They're just little supports for, helps if I put them, minor injuries. Kind of a first aid thing. Just throw them down here for now. Down on the next, where are we at? Oh, yeah, we're doing good for time. Down on the next shelf, we got eye, ear, stomach. There's some Dramamine in there and all that kind of stuff. You got to store all these things, folks, because SHTF, you might need it, and it's not going to be there. Cough and cold, a lot of cough drops and cold medicine. I got 2 tubs of that. There's clear over here. There's some ACE bandages, and again, here's a splint for a minor injury. These things are going to happen, and if the doctors and nurses aren't available, it's good to have them available, right? We've got a whole bunch of black pepper. I don't know where your rice and beans comes from, but mine don't come seasoned. Yeast. You're going to be doing a lot of your own baking. Yeast is essential. You can go to sourdough eventually, but if you can store up on it now, why not? There's a bunch. Most of our spices are in the kitchen. We have a whole cupboard full of that stuff. Here's some cocoa and beef bouillon, and there's some yeast packets and things clear over there. We'll move down one more, and then I think I'll quit boring you pretty quickly. Um, Salt. Again, I don't know where your rice and beans comes from, but mine doesn't come seasoned. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14 pounds of salt. And I think that's about it. Oh, down here, I don't know if I can show you. Yeah, that'll work. We might be a little shaky. Uh, in that tote, there's a lot of holes drilled in there for air circulation, but in that tote is the last of our potatoes from last year's garden. And we got about 2 months to go. Hopefully we'll make it. And then there's our winter squash that we grew. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed my little series on food storage. Again, if you come up with any ideas of your own. Oh, yeah, I was going to say one more because I bet you haven't thought of this one, ladies, if you're between the ages of, I don't know, what, 13, 15, and 60. There's some shampoo, by the way, and hand sanitizer. What about it? You're going to need them, ladies, right? Kind of a sensitive situation, but there we go. Something else to think about storing. I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and like I say, if you come up with any ideas that I haven't, let me know down in the comments. And as always, I appreciate your comments and sharing my videos and subscribing, that kind of stuff. We'll see you next time, huh? Oh, we'll get through this.